Hey guys, my name's Lee and I'm an optometrist, and I help optometrists to get new patients using their websites and social media. Head to optomly.com.au. If you guys have any questions that you'd like me to cover in a future episode, feel free to send me an email to lee@optomly.com.au, or otherwise head to Facebook, do a search for Optomly, that's OPTOMLY, and shoot me a message using the Messenger app, and that's another great way to connect. So recently I got a question from an optometrist called Jeff, and he was wondering about his advertising. So he's getting towards the end of the year, which depending on whether you're in the southern hemisphere or the northern hemisphere, it's starting to get towards the time when health funds, their rebates start to expire. And Jeff wanted to find out, is print really dead? What should he be investing in? So just to take some example numbers, you might have spent $10,000 on a sequence of newspaper ads, and you might be wondering whether or not they worked. And there might be a new mail ad option for $3,000. And there's also social media advertising too. So which one works best for you, and where should you be spending your money? Let's take a step back first. We need to find out who your most supportive patients are in your practice. So these are people who support you with consultations, they buy eyewear from you, and they're also great with recommending that other people come to see you too. So these people are some of the most critical people that you want to attract more of, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be working harder and harder for less money. You want to be supporting people who value you and who aren't just going to go to the $2 store to get some cheap reading glasses. So we need to find out about who these people and where they are. So one of the things that you can do straight away, that you can start doing if you're not doing it already, and that's to ask your patients how they found out about you. So was it through a friend? So it might be word of mouth, or was it through your website or social media or other form of advertising? So where did these people find out about you? That's what you really want to know, because you want to try and attract more people, and you want to be where your patients are. You want to attract more of these really, really valuable patients, and you want them to refer their friends on as well. So start asking patients where they found out about you, and record that on an Excel spreadsheet, and that way you can keep a track of where people are coming from, and you can identify some key themes of where your best patients are coming from. To get the best from your advertising, that's your advertising towards the end of the year that you want to attract more people in so they can use their rebates. Commit to marketing being an ongoing thing for your practice. Don't just have a one-off campaign, put a sizable amount towards it and watch it just disappear without seeing any return from it. You don't need that. You work hard enough for each dollar that you earn. You don't want to be just throwing it away and not seeing anything from it. So commit to marketing being an ongoing source for your practice. So is print advertising dead? Well, it depends where your ideal patients are. Let's take an example of a 65-year-old. So let's take the example of a 65-year-old male. He might be someone who's really tech savvy. Maybe he's a retired accountant and he's on Facebook, he's checking online, he's doing his online banking, he spends a couple of hours online every day. And he's very different from the 65-year-old male who just reads the newspaper. That's someone who doesn't want to spend the effort to get to know technology. They think that technology is for the younger kids. And so there's two very different responses. Even in the same age bracket, two people respond very differently from one another. And you want to find which one of these two are more supportive for your practice, and you want to be where they are. So how can you stand out from your competition? And who is your competition? Have a think about your mailbox. Do you get a ton of mail these days? Do you get a ton of advertising? Or is your mailbox a little bit more sparse now compared to what it used to be? I know for my mailbox, it started to shrink down a bit. I'm not getting as much mail now as I used to. But you need to think about how you can stand out from all the other pieces of mail that are coming in every day. There's the bills that come in, there's the supermarket advertising. So how can you stand out from these? One of the ways to do this is with a postcard for your practice. Something that's really easy to pick up and look at. You don't have to open an envelope to find out what's inside. But it's something that has a really catchy picture of your practice or picture of some happy people or something that really stands out. And on the reverse, you can have the details for your practice and maybe an offer too. Maybe you have a $50 off offer that patients can claim when they bring that postcard in to you. And so these are a relatively cheap way of bringing new patients to your practice. It's something that can be sent out to just your area. So there's mail providers that can target different postcodes or zip codes, and that's a great way to reach out to new people in your area. If you're starting a new practice, that's probably something that you've already thought about, how you can get the word out about your practice. So postcards are a good option, and it's a good way to start to get the word out there. Even if people don't claim the offer, at least they're more likely to put that offer on the fridge and refer back to it later. Another way that you can stand out is with social media advertising. If your ideal patients are online, and most people now use Facebook, it's an incredible number. There's 1.7 billion people who use Facebook at least monthly. And it's a great way for them to keep up with their friends and family, especially if their family's overseas or they're looking to catch up with what their friends are up to. Social media advertising is great because you can set whatever budget you want each day. It can just be as low as a few dollars per day just to see what's working and what's not. You can also easily turn it on and off when you want to, and you can easily see how many people are clicking on your ad and receiving your offer too. So it's a great way to see what's working best for your practice. So traditional media isn't dead. Print definitely isn't dead. And we want to be at the places where there's the least amount of competition and where we can show ourselves to be different, show independent optometry for what we are and how we can help serve our community. So I'd encourage you to think about running both traditional ads as well as social media ads, running them at the same time. And that's what's called surround sound marketing. That's where patients come in and say that you just seem like you were everywhere and they couldn't pinpoint exactly where the message was coming from. And that's something that I encouraged Jeff to do. I think it's one thing that's going to be great leading up towards the end of the year when we want it to be busy. We want the appointment book to be full, and we can see how effective that is for him. So I hope this has been useful for you today. I hope you have a great rest of the year. And so I hope this has been useful for you and that you can take some of these things and apply them before the end of the year. And also commit to marketing as not just a one-off, but something that you do ongoing, something that you're seeing what's working, you're adjusting it slightly, and then you'll reap the benefits of attracting good quality patients who support your practice. And that makes you happier and them as well. Thanks very much for watching today. I hope you've found a few really good tips from this. And if you haven't already, please sign up for the free email newsletter. And that way you'll never miss an update. It'll go straight to your email inbox. Just click the link underneath this video. Please also share this video with a friend or a colleague who might find it interesting. Thanks again for watching, and please stay tuned for more.